What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. DMZ Season 2 is finally here, and with that comes a overhaul, a complete refresh of all of the missions in the game for the different factions. Of course, the original 3 factions remain, as well as the new 4th faction as long as you own Modern Warfare 2. Now today we're going to be looking at all of the tier 1 missions for White Lotus, and with this overhaul they've significantly lowered the difficulty of the early tiers to get players to tier 3 faster so that they can get their second insured slot. So we're going to be flying through these ones, and at different timestamps in this video you can see tips and tricks specifically for each one of these 7 missions that will get you through tier 1 and onto tier 2 of White Lotus as fast as possible. One other thing worth mentioning is the fact that you can do the objectives for these missions on any one of the 3 deployable locations which are available to us now in DMZ. Unless specific locations or specific things which are specific to one of those 3 locations is mentioned in the mission, you are able to do the generic stuff in any one of the deployments that you choose to. So like for instance money gathering and getting kills and getting items and that sort of thing. So that means that you really have your choice of where you want to drop into. I've already tested this on Ashika Island as well as Al Mazrah, and Building 21 is about to open up for the weekend and we'll get some time in there as well. Otherwise, let's jump into the detail. Our first mission for White Lotus is called Make Contact. This essentially has 3 steps to it. The first one being just opening up the tactical map. So whichever button on the keyboard or on the controller you use to do that, as soon as you pop up with the map, that's done. Then you simply find one of the contracts nearest to you and ping that and essentially go over there. Now that can be anything. It can be an HVT, it can be radioactive material, it can be a hostage rescue, whichever contract. As soon as you pick up the phone, that's your second step done, and then you actually just finish the contract and that gets you the 3rd step done. No exfiltration required, and that's the first mission done. Second mission is called Hostiles Located, also a 3-step one. Essentially you have to ping 5 enemies. These can be AI or human players, it doesn't matter, but just ping them with whichever button you have assigned for that. In my case I have it on the middle mouse button. You have to kill 5 enemies. It doesn't have to be the 5 that you pinged, so just kill 5 AI and then pick up one of their weapons. Those AI run around with guns. Any one of those guns will do, and that'll get you done with this mission. Number 3 is Cashier. Again, 3 steps. Essentially find yourself a cash register and pop that open. As soon as you do, you will finish the first step here. You need to get yourself 10k of cash. You can get this cash in any way. You can pick it up off of enemies, you can get it out of a bunch of cash registers, but as soon as you have 10,000 cash, you will have also completed the second step. And then last but not least, this actually requires a successful exfiltration, and so you have to actually extract out of the map. So be careful, go find yourself an extract spot and get out. 4th, and more than halfway there, we have Information Seeker. Now this means that you need to ping a UAV tower. UAV towers are scattered all around the map, and as soon as you ping them while having either the map open or just looking at a UAV tower, you will finish the first step of this mission. And then you also need to capture or activate 2 UAV towers. Now it cannot be the same UAV tower twice. I've tried this and essentially it didn't give me that point for the second one. I don't know if this is a bug or not. Maybe they'll fix it, but I had to capture 2 separate UAV towers, got the credit, and I was done. 5th mission out of the 7 in tier 1 is Convenience. This is your first step, being that you need to ping a vehicle on the TAC map. So pop your map open, find the nearest vehicle and simply ping it for yourself. That gets step 1 done. Then you need to fully refuel and repair a vehicle at a gas station, as well as find and then use a gas can from your backpack while in a vehicle to refuel it. Now you can essentially do these 2 steps at the same time, because most likely any service station that you go to inside the shop, you'll be able to find some of these fuel cans. So let the vehicle stand outside, let its fuel refill, let its repair. As soon as that's done, that's step 2 done, and then simply get back into the vehicle, drive a small distance, and then refuel the vehicle from your inventory with the jerry can, and that gets you step 3 done. Second last one now, number 6 is Committed Shopper. This is a 2-step mission, and essentially in the first step you need to sell a valuable item at a buy station. So of course we have buy stations all around the map. It specifies valuable item, but this can be essentially anything that has a cash value to it. You can't sell a weapon or something like that, but you can sell a watch, you can sell any of the other items which you find dotted around the map and you loot that has a cash value to this box, and that gets you step 1 done. Then then simply you also just need to buy something from the buy station. Your cheapest thing that you can buy would be an armor plate or a gas mask, so buy any one of those two and you're done with this mission. And then last but certainly not least, our penultimate mission, the 7th mission for White Lotus tier 1 so that you can move on to tier 2, is Stronghold Reacquisition. Now, as the name suggests, you need to get yourself a Stronghold keycard. You don't need to wait for RNG to give you one of these by killing enemies and hoping that they drop one. You can save up a little bit of money and you can actually just go buy one from a buy box. I believe that they're 3k a pop, so that's not that much at all. Now, as soon as you have the Stronghold keycard in your inventory, you're going to be done with step 1. Then you simply pick the nearest stronghold, try to shop around a bit, find an easy one to do something super small, pop open the door in there, go in there, murder everything inside there, and you will find a Legion intel on the enemies. So any one of the enemies inside the stronghold has the opportunity of actually dropping this intel, and you simply take that intel, and as soon as you do that, you're going to be done with tier 1 of White Lotus. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And that's going to be it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. I'm going to bring out similar videos for all of the other tier 1s for the other 3 remaining factions, and then most likely from tier 2 or possibly tier 3 on, I'll be doing individual ones as there's more nuance to these missions. A lot of these sometimes involve traveling between different locations, so it's gonna get interesting. Definitely stay tuned. I'll also have a couple of more key locations coming, as of course Ashika Island has a whole bunch of locked areas which have their own keys, so keep an eye out for that if you're a treasure hunter like me. But other than that, it's just super important to me that you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, and evening wherever you are in the world. And until next video, fucking cheers.